I literally just noticed that the flyer for our XY Nuzlocke is still on that loading screen.
Oh, is it? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
That's funny. It's funny. No, like all three people who ever watched the loading screen.
I've been noticing you've been getting some solid views on the Radical Red.
I mean, even like the VODs, I was surprised. I like opened one and I was like, oh, there's comments. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine that. Mostly the same few people, but bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts. I have been trying to watch it, but it's a lot of dense information and high speed, and I can't pay attention to that. And I'm like, nope.
I know. A normal Pokemon Let's Play, I don't speed that much, but this game is specifically made to get as far as you can and then start over again and get as far as you can and start over again.
Totally understandable. It's so hard for me to enjoy that. I'm like, no, stop. I want to savor it.
Yeah, if that's a problem you have, I don't doubt that it's agony.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything in these houses. Did I check these houses? Anyway, I know we're supposed to do the gym. The reason I was thinking about that because I was looking at my levels and I'm like, I can't do anything until I fight the gym.
Yeah. Had to help Angelo move a couch, and then immediately went to my place, and with Angelo we moved a bunch of dirt, and then put up our the cattle panel archway. Bunch of good stuff.
So it was the currency of exchange for heavy lifty labor.
Exactly. And rather than be like, okay, sometime down the line I'll have you help me carry stuff, it was like, no, right now let's go move dirt.
Yes, dirt now, nothing later. Let's do a team recap, maybe. I think.
Is that the plan? Fair enough.
Oh, you need to do your cutscene. Go ahead and
talk it up with
Wow.
Commissioner Short Pants.
That spit bubble made a serious change to your voice.
I have a spit bubble?
No, when you were talking, sometimes the throat gets a little.
No, for sure. Like when people drink milk, sometimes they're like, "Well, we get that thing." I usually hear it, and I didn't.
Oh, that was weird. I am getting a massive webcam lag, and my game is freezing up.
Those are both bad.
Yeah.
Do you need to grab an ice pack before we get going?
I might have to grab an ice pack. But the funny thing is, it's not that hot.
Okay.
So that's weird.
If you change the exposure on your cam, it might speed it up a little bit?
Maybe. It's already pretty low.
Mine's at -7, and it seems to go pretty fast.
Mine's at -6, but I don't have quite as much light as you, I think.
Okay.
Bree, if you're out there, and you could grab me the Jellier pack, the pack with the jelly, that would be good. God, it looks like he's wearing fucking boxer shorts.
I know, I love his day off clothes. It's so fucking, like a sweater and the swim trunks. Like, fuck you.
The anklet is stressing me out, too. Like, the dude's got this, like, fucking...
Yeah, is he on house arrest?
Oh, my God. This is worse than Tommy Bahama fucking Professor Oak.
Also, on the adventure of Sparkling Waters, coconut pineapple. Pretty good.
Ooh. Pina colada.
Penis. I just stopped at penis and decided. I was like, I could repeat pina colada, or I could just say penis.
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 Gaslighter, my beautiful chandelure.
It's a good name.
Gummy.
Hey.
I got my gummy thing. Gummy. I got love in my tummy.
I got Church Key, who is just fucking borked. This guy's got sword stance. It's not cool.
I thought you were just saying I've got church keys, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
You know.
I've got keys to the local synagogue.
Mm-hmm. The Jews, they love me.
All right. Then we got stank mittens. My incredibly sharp-toothed sarcophagus. But like,
oh.
I want you to imagine him trying to eat anything with those teeth. Those aren't incisors. They're just giant plates. It's like somebody broke up some fucking china and stuck it in his gums.
Oh no, he doesn't eat with the face. Like that's just decorative. He opens up the fucking coffin and shoves shit in there. You know.
Or he eats with the even smaller face that he has on his eyebrow.
The face.
Yes.
I got Junk Nut, the rotation man.
That, in case you're curious as to what just happened there, 4 times in a row, I forgot which button was yes and which button was no, and proceeded to no 4 times. And you thought I would like learn after the third? You'd be wrong.
Everyone watching me play Radical Red watches me make an idiot of myself with a controller, because this game and that game have different A and B setup, and if I switch it, it fucks me up.
This is my delightful little dollop, Creamy Dave.
And this is Hard Hawk. If you say it faster, it gets funnier.
Large Deborah, to counter Little Debbie as a concept, and she's got some weird moves and nothing great.
Those are pretty mid. You need some TMs on that girl.
Yeah.
I skipped him. Heavy Dangler. He's great. He's fucking great. I didn't even remember their abilities.
I forgot that I named this thing G-Zooks, and it took me a second to figure out how to pronounce that. I was like, Geezoos?
Is he butter?
It's Jesus.
Geezooks. Oh, yeah, don't remind me that my gecko died. I did figure out what was wrong with the calcs, though, so that shouldn't happen again.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently, there's an actual URL Radical Red calculator, and the info on the hardcore one versus the random battles one is different, and I don't know why. So I just had it on the wrong setting. Even though all the other math was accurate, some mons happen to have a different thing if they're in a boss calculator. Anyway, Tank Williams, he's a big boy. He's got a sharp head and ribs. He's 4 ribs and 2 mittens.
And that's it. That's our whole roster.
And I think it's gym day.
Do we have any items to get or any TMs to find?
I think for you there is an incense lady down here if you follow my direction. I didn't find anything in the houses, but I might have skipped one. But yeah, there's a lady down by the bay where the watermelons grow. Where is she? Oh, it's near the front. I was wrong. 2x speeds. But I got a luck incense, which is essentially an amulet coin.
Cool.
Each is here.
There we go. Is there anything else here?
Oh, it's randomized. Cool. That's great.
Oh, so I can't buy the thing. Rare candies, mild.
You should get that mint.
Special attack, grow, defense. Ooh.
Anytime you find a mint, you want to snag a mint.
Fastballs for 0. I'll try to keep myself to like no more than 20 of 0 boys.
I usually go for 10, but I have no problem with 0. Like if it looks like, good ball, I'll just get 10.
Fair enough.
But yeah, anytime you see a mint, you snag that mint.
Naive mint. Speed boost, special defense drop. Quick balls for 1,000. 2 instances of naive mint. Throat chop.
Nice. That's a good dark type move.
TR though, I don't want to spend $6,000 on a TR. Get out of my damn face. I do kind of want to get some of them quick balls though.
Is it a TR? Does it show?
Yeah.
Damn.
Left side. Cleanse tag. Let's see. Nope, nothing overwhelming. Nothing blowing my hair back here.
Yeah. Oh, I think there's an item by the picnic table.
Do you have a Minchino? No. And even if I did, I wouldn't trade it for your Cottony.
Nobody wins that trade. Thank you, Luke.
All right, let's check. I'm actually going to quickly check the shop because we
re-randomize, yeah.
Just so everybody knows, we are randomizing our shops every time we start. Flash Cannon, Darkest Lariat.
Incineroar's signature move.
Greasious Orb, held by Giratina.
Yeah, that's what turns it into Primal Giratina.
Nuggets for 10,000, and they sell for 5, I believe. So there's that.
Yep. As everything as it should be. Black Belt's not bad if you have any fighting type moves.
Ooh, Lumberry's
Lumberry's
for
great.
80.
I've got 5 memories in my shop. This sucks.
Christ. Ice Stone.
What a joke.
I should probably buy an Ice Stone just in case I come across something. I don't know why I would
any
need
ghost might. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Just I don't think there's any ghost that evolves with an Ice Stone.
You might be right. Should I get Darkest Lariat?
I mean, it's a good dark type physical move if you have a mon that you think would benefit from that. I mean, Conflagrius might be okay.
Oh, nothing sticks out, and I'm not going to worry about it.
I've got a Cracked Pot. That would be nice for you if you ever had to get a Sinistea.
Well, God, suggesting that a bike is a machine that a Rotom can inhabit is fucking stretching it.
I think it's like a moped though.
Okay. I mean, you're definitely pedaling though, and you don't pedal mopeds.
Well, you originally did when they were first called mopeds. It meant motor pedal at the same time, but now they just you sit on them. So Lonely Mint is attack and defense. I got one of those, and Calm Mint is special defense and lowers attack. I'm really excited that mints are randomized into the items. That's so good.
I might go ahead and throw some of these special attack boosters on some of my babies.
Of course.
Because special attack boost defense drop is not a big deal on friggin' Chandelure.
Like a Gengar?
Well, I think
like that's perfect for a Gengar.
I think, yeah. Let me check what everybody already has. Because I think Chandelure might already have special... Nope, speed boost. And then Gengar has... Yeah, defense boost. No thank you. I am going to mint up my babies.
Yeah, I mean, speed boost is pretty good on Chandelure, but that it's debatable whether it's better than special attack.
Mm-hmm. Where's the mints? There they is. Speed boost. Well, I can always put it back to speed boost if I want.
That's true. Yeah, I'm hoping we find more of those out in the wilderness because they're great.
Is Deborah's a split attacker?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's bulky.
Cool.
How'd you had an assault vest?
Yeah, I have 2 assault vests.
But not.
We were both noticeably off center of our camera for a minute there, and it was stressing me out.
Yeah, I might as well center up because I can't even see Majora's Mask with the zoom level. So whatever.
Tragic.
If you run past the gym and then go down the stairs, this is where you find the gym leader to open up the Gaim. With these weirdly erotic Toxtricity statues.
That is pretty erotic. So the boosts for those mints, is it permanently changes your Pokemon's nature?
Yep. Every Pokemon has a nature that either slowly increases one stat and decreases another, or they're neutral and they all stay the same.
Yeah. There's a lot more neutrals than there should be. I don't like that Wingull is just hovering in midair.
Having a staring contest with this guy. Motherfucker, drop the hot dog.
Drop the fucking hot dog.
I'm so ready for Jim.
Jim.
Ball guy.
Give
me a ball.
Happy to James. Ooh, I wonder if I'll get different items from this shopsman. Don't dance.
Ball guy. Look at him fucking. Look at him Fortnite.
I don't like that degree of dance from this man. Totally the same.
Yep. All trash. I picked up 10 friend balls and 10 park balls. I don't even know if they do anything. Nothing else even worth looking at.
We ready to do it? Oh wait, you know what? I should probably choose the order in which my Pokemon appear. Also, I should probably consider leveling up my level 15 G-Zooks.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see. Let us see. Do I
I
have
don't
any...
know that it particularly matters which order I choose because they are all random.
All right, Zookus. 1 level. Woo! What level is this, Jim?
I believe the ace is 25.
Okay, so I'm pretty far behind then. That seems dangerous. Perhaps I should go do some raids first.
Yeah, either raids or grinding are 2 ways to get the XP.
Well, the raids I think I'm preferring because I don't want to level up everybody else too.
Yep.
Sorry, everybody, you're going to have to watch me raid for a minute. I was supposed to do this before I started, but I decided to eat curry instead. I do not regret this choice.
Well, I'll do some raids too, and I just won't use anything from them because otherwise you're looking at a half-empty screen, basically.
Or you fill the time with your shining personality.
Doesn't exist. Nice try.
How's
I wish there was like a... Oh, I was going to say, I wish there was a generator to show, make like topping points pop up.
Hey, we used to have that, and then our overall population diminished.
Right.
And
you know, it was a dono to ask questions, right?
Yeah. Not even dono. I think it was just like slapdash.
Which, but you fake money, right?
Yeah. Have we decommissioned that yet? I think. Jesus Christ.
Sharpedoed. I mean, they just don't have that free stuff on YouTube.
Oh right, they don't. We don't have slapdash. That's good. That's good. It was useless.
It was useless. It was a fun idea that only worked for big boys with big numbers.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I know we say this a lot, but I do miss those days. Like, I mean, I'm not even looking for like 50,000 people. Like, I just liked a good solid 20. You know, lots of engagement, lots of people talking together and shit. It was just like a pleasant way to spend the evening.
It was, and that's to like just because we don't have the dono stuff doesn't mean y'all can't just ask us questions.
Yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm here for it. That Lotad is too big.
He's big boy. He's ready to smooch.
The relative size on this child is very much. Pretty sure an overheat's just going to put this thing in the toilet.
He's half water, but he's
yeah. It's also level 2. Like,
that matters.
Or level 5, I think. It's whatever. This is the early area. You don't care.
Right.
Blessedly, none of you could hear the fact that I just farted for like a solid half minute. Like, I mean, obviously that's an exaggeration, more like 5 seconds, but still, I'm just sitting here, just like consistent, solid fart, like a jet stream, just kind of
like
flying out
your
of
throat.
Yeah. It was clear. I certainly hope I wasn't clearing my throat.
You did just shotgun a bowl of curry.
I did. And let me be real here. It wasn't just curry. It was curry over cauliflower, lentils, and squash. So my ass is going to be a fucking wind tunnel for a bit here.
Salad shooter.
Yeah. We all heard. We just weren't going to say anything. That would have been impressive since I couldn't even hear it.
The next time my controller vibrates into my desk like this, it stopped right when I put it against the desk. I was going to blame it on my bowels.
That's fair.
What did you get me? Why did this tiny cherry give me drill run? Does that make sense? No.
Why did this bug, electric bug more specifically, have a dark move?
It's probably just bite.
Oh, right.
Damn it, Toxicroak, get your horn out of my ass. Literally ran horn first into my ass. Also, Toxicroak's one of my favorite Pokemon. I never really noticed how much of a fucking horn it has. Like, just a fucking unicorn on a frog.
That's a unicorn on a frog.
Yeah.
Not a unicorn horn. It's a whole ass unicorn.
Ooh, imagine a frog centaur. That'd be cute. Hopping around at the speed of sound.
It's
With like a really big belly that just kind of folds into the frog.
I just can't imagine that would be comfortable for the entity on top of the frog.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't think being on the top of a horse neck would be very comfortable, but centaurs do okay.
But we sit on horses with very minimal difficulty and discomfort. Meanwhile, I imagine being on a frog that's designed to launch itself huge distances. The abs required to maintain stability in that must be unbelievable.
I don't know. I think, I mean, that's why they're built so thick. But frogs are like the bean bags of nature. I think they're great to sit on.
Getting hit at 15 miles an hour is enough to cause whiplash. I think a frog man just sitting on top of this frog like a fucking little tower just launched into the distance would probably cause some serious harm. He's just a shattered spine, can't move, draped gently over the back of the frog, begging it not to move.
I must draw these frogmen. It's a Rillaboom.
Rillaboom.
That's a strong schmunky. Yeah, because like horse necks go at like a 45-degree angle, and the centaurs are straight up. I bet they got lower back issues for days.
True. Lower back for sure. I'd still take it over a frog. Mostly because frogs just straight up can't walk. Like, have you ever seen a frog try to take a stroll? It doesn't work.
It's hilarious. They're so cute. It's wobbling.
Imagine just like trying to get around your house.
Yeah, baby.
At least the horse could just, be careful.
True. But I imagine their house is full of a gentle layer of slime that they can just kind of glide around.
I don't see a lot of frogs gliding. Glide is not the word I would use for a frog action.
If they fuck the river, as it were.
Love seeing a Hippowdon in the air.
A female Hippowdon. Heavy with eggs.
Swollen with male jelly.
Higher than giraffe pussy.
Don't leave me alone.
This is the time of year his emotions are controlled by a tiny brain in his rump.
Should I go for this Cursula?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're at a team of 5, aren't we?
We are, but if there's anything that we're like, we don't want it or need it, I could get a Cursula.
Okay. That might not be bad. I think I know where to find Lucarios in my area. Single Lucarios in my area.
Is there something you would like over, or that you would like that for instead of with?
I mean, Cursula's great. We saw it had like a special attack of like 130 or something.
Yeah. It's got
As
that.
long as it's a level you think you can catch, depending on what area it's in.
It's in the grass, so it's probably not a particularly hard one. And even if it was, I think I'm at the level now that it's not a concern.
Yeah, if you want to go for it, that sounds fun. Like, I've never really used a Lucario, and you've certainly never used a Cursula.
But whom?
But whom?
Whom sacrifice? Who do we lose? What is the
We
trade?
have 5.
Oh, wait,
We have room for one more at the end, don't we?
Totally do. Oh, my gravy.
I mean, technically, we would be allowed to catch from raids if they're a type, but I think we should just skip it, because we're trying to do mostly raids, like, as not the primary content.
That's
rather
absolutely
just-
fair.
Rather just pass. Yeah,
It's
go
level
for it.
10, so I'm going to hit it with a Will-O-Wisp and then hope I can catch it before the time happens.
Maybe just throw a quick ball first and see if that does the job.
Okay, that's fair. I'm actually not even disappointed with that because I was just forget quick balls. I didn't get any quick balls.
Oh, well, there we go. Hey, Tora.
Ah, crap. So you're saying you're thinking I shouldn't Ember this or Will-O-Wisp?
I don't know what the catch rate is, so a timer makes me nervous.
Well, let's start with one ball and see how it happens. I'm gonna do
No harm in that.
friend. It's level 10. I'm hoping it's gonna be pretty easy.
Me too.
1, 2. Fuck you, dude. Clearly you don't want to be my friend, and that makes me extraordinarily sad.
The good news is it's hardening, so if it keeps doing that, you'll be able to bonk it with something physical.
I could, if I had anything physical that was safe to hit it with.
Do you have any
Sport
nightshades?
ball.
That's an unpleasant word to hear burped.
You're welcome. 1. Ball. Fuck.
To rule them all.
This is tricky. A lure ball. That might get it.
It is a wet thing.
Hello, my little wet child. Please get in the ball. Oh. Ah.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope it has a busted ability.
Ow.
I would love to kill this Rillaboom now. It's been a very long raid.
Well, I just so zombie. The main reason why I was using things that I had one of is because I don't like things taking up a slot for no reason. I value a clean menu more than I value the actual monetary asset. Cursula.
It looks like frozen cum, if that's anything funny. Like a mid-ejaculation frozen solid.
Creamsicle.
Cream pie.
Creamdickle. I already have Creamy Dave. I can't use cream again.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I could. There's nothing stopping me from naming all my ghosts after various creams, but
What about Dairy Queef?
I don't like that.
Thank God this fucking Rillaboom finally died. That was so long.
It is a ghost water type?
I think so. It's either Ghost Water or Ghost Rock.
I doubt they would do rock. I think you're right. Let's see here. It's got that same old ghosty look as every default ghost. The sad eyes, kidney stone.
It does. It has that sad clown kind of vibe to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, it's a Lucario. I'll try to catch it to pair with your wet cum ghost.
Come ghost.
Oh no, I can't even use this Lucario. It's level 29.
There's a distinct... Okay, no. I was like, there's a distinct possibility my game just froze. But no, my controller just disconnected briefly.
Did you hear me?
What, 25?
No, I said I can't use this Lucario. It's level 29. So
Holy shit.
until after the gym, this is a no team.
Okay.
Unfort.
You can't throw a park ball here, so you have a bunch of park balls you can't use.
Worth a shot. I figured I might as well see if they do anything. Oh, I have quick balls. I'll try that.
There you go.
Wait, why didn't it quick ball?
Oh,
it's too strong to catch. It was in the grass, though.
So
That's
that is
weird.
That is not a failed catch, though. So
Yeah, no, it's not.
You can come back to that. We can come back to a different steel type if you find one.
Yeah, but he was mid grass. That's so strange.
Let's see here. What about Morningwood?
With sad morning.
Yeah.
Coral grief.
Coral Grief.
Huh?
Carl Grief.
Coral grief.
Carl Grief.
Kind of funny.
Especially if it's spelled like... Which, okay. This is my brain making incredibly meaningless connections, but Carl Weathers plays Grief Karga on The Mandalorian.
Cool.
Just, it's a meaningless gesture, but there it is.
So at present, I am just trying to get away from this over-leveled fight, which is an extremely difficult thing.
Well,
Just
I
so
think
the
we already
audience
made a
knows my
permission
action.
for overly strong Pokemon, so...
Yeah. I'm just letting them know that I'm trying to get away, so if anything bad happens, that was not my intent.
Am I going with Carl Grief?
I like Carl Grief more than I would have thought if you'd told me earlier that I would like Carl Grief.
That's fine. That's good. It's also fairly easy to track where it came from, too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have things where it's like, how did we get there?
Right?
Which
What
debatably
was
is
the
a good
train of
thing.
thought? Sometimes. When it's just like, that's the joke, is that you can't remember how far you've gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as soon as I see another steel type that catches my fancy,
That fancy
I'll
shit
match it up.
catches.
Right now I need to heal.
I think Bloodlock really was the way to play. I think without it, it's really hard to feel like this has any real Nuzlocke challenge.
Yeah, the only thing I might change in the future if we feel like it's a little too easy is start with a party of 3 and you don't get to get 4 until after the next gym, and then you get 5 after the next gym.
That scans.
Because in theory, you could do nothing but just hunt until you have 6 Pokemon in your party.
Yeah, I think that was partly my original thing when I was, because I was specifically saying we get a catch after each gym, but I think it's hard to decide when you get them, especially if because you gotta start with something,
Yeah, I think starting with 3 is a pretty solid number. Though.
Yeah,
that's usually what most gym leaders have.
That's a solid one. Brave Mint.
Oh hell, where's that at?
I mean,
Oh, secondary shop,
Yeah.
of course.
Choice Scarf, Persimberry, Rossberry, Scope Lens. Ho!
Choice Scarf is a very good item.
Yeah? I wouldn't know. I'm not good at that kind of thing. But only allows boost speed, but only allows the use of one move.
Yeah, it's like once you click a move, you're locked into it until you swap out, but it gives you a pretty big speed boost.
Okay.
It's used in a lot of competitive battles.
You don't say.
These two both sell the same exact thing. How does that make sense?
What the fuck? That's dumb.
I randomized shop 1 and shop 2.
I think.
Oh no, I just clicked on him wrong, I guess. Oh, comments. Wait, I think that's the only one I have. Damn. Pasta. Hello.
$3,000 for full restores.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I mean,
that's a normal price, but this game I have lots of early money.
Getting
Just
like
grab
5
a
of
couple.
those even would just be like a fucking clutch play.
Yeah. Grab a couple comment.
Yeah.
Hatch green chilies as a cold remedy. I like that. I also like hatch green chilies as a hunger remedy.
I don't understand the distinction of hatch green chilies. What is the hatch? What is it doing? Well, there goes the law. It's funny. I like the idea that he just didn't want to try to answer the question of what hatch means in green chilies, and it's just like, fuck that.
Wait, hello?
Here you are.
I have no idea what just happened.
Nor do I, but I can't see you.
And my game closed as well.
Oh, shit.
But, of the programs on my computer, the only thing that closed was Discord and the Yuzu. OBS is fine. Both of my internet screens are fine.
That's fucking weird.
It doesn't make... I thought my internet just went out, but I'm like, nope, there's still very active internet things here.
There you are.
Why can't problems make sense sometimes? Well, the good news is I just flew into a town, so it should have autosaved.
Lately, it'd be like that all the time. Seed bomb. If I was going to put
Great
seed
physical
bomb
seed.
on somebody, who would it be?
Well, you're going to want to use it on grass, rock, ground types, so something that resists those. Weirdly enough, it's physical, or I'd say gaslighter.
Creamy day? No, rock. That's not a good one.
I mean, it does have a ground immunity. So.
Yeah. I just wouldn't send him in a rock type. Do I have an answer for rock? I mean, I got Deborah and Grief. I've got 2 water types. I'm fine. I don't really need Leech Life. Or
any of your mons really... I think Clefagrius is your only true physical mon right now.
Oh, do you know what I should do? I should get
Creamy
Leech
Day
Life.
split.
I should get Leech Life on somebody who can eat a hit. Because then I can set him out against dark types. Carl Grief is high with the defense, yes?
It's not bad. Also, I think you should check Carl Grief's move relearns before you throw any TMs on in case it has like a banger list. It might. I don't know.
I might also want to pull my head out of my ass and look at my Pokemon's friggin' ability.
Stat. Oh yeah, the ability. I'm excited for that.
You know what it's going to be here. Sticky Hold. Items held by the Pokemon are stuck fast and cannot be removed by other Pokemon. Barely worth it.
Not negative, but sure nothing to write home about.
Practically neutral. No, I like my nicknames. Stop. Remember a move. Come on, Grief. Do it, Carl. Perish Song. That's it.
Damn, I was really hoping it had a busted moveset.
This thing fucking blows. I hate
Look
this
at it.
idiot.
I'm curious what his stats are, though.
Hooba. 34 special attack. I can actually give it a special attack boosting nature. Doo-doot. Doo-doo-doo-doot. Thank you, Mint. Shit's getting minty. Are there ability capsules anywhere? Asks.
There should be randomized somewhere. I know in one of my iterations of a shop randomization, I had gold bottle caps. Those are endgame, but if I had my druthers, I would have bought, 10 of them.
Sticky Hold. Okay. Yeah, just brought its physical or special attack up by 3. Bonus.
How does it compare with your other mons? Oh, it's only level 10. Never mind. It's not worth judging.
Yeah. But I'm gonna anyway. Yeah, no, frame of reference is all fucked up. Okay. Hopefully I've got enough candies to get something up somewhere. Oh my god, I doubt it though. 3 on G-Zooks, please. Hey, there you go, level 20. That's something.
The good news is you can't technically use it until I catch a steel type, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm not putting it on the fucking Carl Grief. He can get there on his own.
He can put in the work. Pull himself up by his bootstraps. There's a fucking war turtle on this rock just looking to start some shit.
Just ready to put foots in asses.
Any other Lucarios that are not level 29 in a different part of the world?
Ah, man, I should probably go out and do yet more. Fucking.
Ooh, what if I got Magnezone and actually got a good electric type?
That's a good one.
I don't have any special attackers on my team. None.
That's pretty
Even
easy.
Junknut, who is my special attacker, is not a special attacker.
I thought you disliked mint. I quite love mint. In fact, I'm drinking mint and green tea.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Zach say he doesn't like mint.
We grow 4 kinds of mint at this house. What is that? What is that? What is that?
That is a Clobopus.
A what?
Clobopus. He's a punching octopus.
You're making that up.
You got me.
It's right
Pokemon's
there.
never come up with a ridiculous name.
Clobopus. That's nothing. That is a nothing name.
Hey, I quick-balled Magnezone.
Not Octopunch?
I don't work there. Don't make me feel bad about it.
Don't make me feel bad.
All right, I'm going to write these down, and then I'm going to start thinking of a name. So you have a Cursula.
I would have even accepted Cloctopus.
Right, I'm just saying. Mine is Magnezone.
Soctopus? Hello?
Yeah,
Excuse
we
me.
get it. There's a lot of octopus punching jokes. They didn't do it right. I'm not defending them at all.
Okay, well, you're going to name that Magnezone Shocktopus.
Cursula.
Shocktopus.
Even Fistopus. Spelt fist to puss. As in face, of course. We do not punch vaginas in this household. Unless they ask nicely. This is a satellite. This is a...
I feel like Octillery is already Gloctopus. Which, by the way,
Octopus.
next fucking Octillery I catch, it's getting called Gloctopus.
Fair enough. Okay, so this is this. Do I want to name this Magnazone Elon Musk?
Oh boy.
No. Starlink. That's
Shoulder
dumb.
eyes.
He does have shoulder. He also has screws in his trapeziuses.
I believe that would be the rear deltoid.
His
Or
bun cakes, as the street term.
bun cakes.
He also has a bender thing on his head.
He does.
I kind of want to name him. I kind of want to name him Hotbox.
Hotbox.
Let's see. Radar Love. Classic Gold Lion song. See, if I get a cloister, I'll name it Ellen Mollusk, but not this one.
I thought there was a fucking raid over here. Did I just fucking... Whatever. Yeah.
What about Slam Sung?
Slam Sung is so good. Slam Sung.
Locked in.
That's very good.
Let's take a look. It's in a book. A reading robot. Oh, Trevenant would have been very good.
God damn it.
Wait,
not-
what's Junknut tied to? Yeah, that's Driftblim.
Oh my god, I would love a Trevenant. That's okay. I've got water type, which helps with most of what grass would help with, so it's not a big deal.
No. I could have named it Shocktopus Zombie. You're not wrong.
Shocktopus is great
topic.
because you have to explain it every time.
Okay, it's got poison point. That's actually not bad for kind of a bolster.
That honestly sounds like a fucking Fry line from Futurama. The best part is that you have to explain it every time.
Yeah. I've got Lonely Mint, Calm Mint. Any other mints? Mints, please. Mints, meat. Nope, no mints.
The first episode of fucking Beef and Dairy Network, when they first do the weather, it was probably the hardest I ever laughed at that show, which, don't get me wrong, it's a funny show. But specifically, it was like, we've got cold mints coming in from the north. I was just like, it's just so good.
Yeah, they did pretty good a few times. It was definitely worth listening to the first season. No question asked.
Yeah. At a certain point, it's like, okay, we get the joke. Yeah. It's definitely the kind of thing that should have had about 30 episodes and then just called it good.
I mean, the length of the episodes was a delight.
Yes. Oh, just remind me that I've got Trevenant over here, because that is a good get.
I feel like it's going to get randomized next week.
Oh, right. Well, I'm only randomizing the shops.
Okay. Can I put anything on the slams? Oh, I should go check and see what he can relearn.
I thought you were like excited about something, but no, you just sucked in air.
Yeah, I did a half burp. A little vapor lock.
Jesse can only do those.
I know, it's really fucking weird.
So our friend Jesse can't burp, but he does scream. So every time
Just goes like, burp!
And like I swear to God, like when he first did it, I was just like, "What is that? Is that like a tick? Like what is this?" And he's like, "No, I'm burping." I'm like, "No, you are."
Incorrect.
He did it in front of Derek, and Derek was like, "That's fucking stupid."
It is.
It's just such a great response.
Samsung does not learn much, but it doesn't learn nothing.
Something very matter-of-factly about the way he said it, too. He's like, "That's fucking stupid." Man. I'm tired today. So I went to Toki.
Yeah?
Did the breakfast bow thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not impressed.
Really?
No. Especially at $11. That was wild. for a badly made bao with subpar breakfast components, I was like, that is a fucking obscene amount of money to pay. Like I
Price
would
is definitely the thing that made me not yet attempt to go.
I would have been disappointed at $8 for that. So for me, $11 for a smash, and they literally crush their bao to fry it on the flat top, and I'm like, you understand the point of a bao is the fluffy bread, right? And if you smush it and all the moisture gets in the bread, you end up with a soggy, damp mess on the top and bottom. And then it's crispy, sure, but it's crispy followed immediately by what basically feels in your mouth like gum, like gumminess. It was baffling. I'm like, this is not a bao. Don't call this a bao, you fucking animals.
This Magnazone can learn nothing. Like, bulk up was my only TM.
Their bao burger was pretty good, but the steaming process that you have to put a bao through makes the burger way overcooked.
Yeah.
And so you end up with this heavily overcooked bao. The flavors were good though, but not wild. And then I got this kimchi thing that's similar to the fried bao whatnot, but it was just the kimchi was way too tough, way too fibrous, which means they either hadn't been fermenting it long enough or they were using the wrong part of the cabbage. So it was all these little things, and it was none of this is amazing. To read the descriptions, they're fantastic, and it's exactly what you would want. But then you eat it, and it's nah, man, not for that price.
Definitely a restrictive price, and one of the reasons, like I said, I didn't have it gone.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad because the last couple things Dave recommended to me were kind of stinkers, at least in my opinion. And then because in the past he's been a fucking smoke show about that shit. Just everything he said was a brilliant gift.
No, that's not a very good move.
What does it mean when the raid thing is all smoky and shadowy?
That's your biggest raid. It doesn't really matter when they're randomized, but it's technically a little higher level and potentially more rewards.
Ah. Any new restaurants in your zone, in your sphere of influence?
Boy, let me think. Not really. I haven't gone out too much lately.
Fair.
Did I order anything lately that surprised me with how good it was?
What was the Italian place that you and Whitney went to before the concert?
I'm trying to remember what it was called. The name didn't stick with me, but it was just right next to Mississippi Studios, so it'd be
Right.
up. It was good. I feel like there's better Italian in town, but it was good.
Fair enough. Whitney seemed really impressed, so.
Yeah, she was coming right off of the meal too. That kind of sticks with her really hard.
Mm.
And to be fair, some of it was very good. The carpaccio was wonderful. It was one of the better ones I've had in some time. But I probably wouldn't have ordered it if Whitney didn't say she wanted it. The pizza was solid. It was way too much food. We finished our meal and there was do we want to get one more thing to share? And the small little personal pizzas that are on those little middle racks. And
yeah,
it was tasty. It had 5 different mushrooms on it, but it was a little too much food.
Too much food.
I do like a good room temp pasta that has the egg yolk cooked over it, where it's not fresh hot. It's literally mixed while it's done cooling. That's nice.
I can see that.
But I think if I had my pick, I'd either go to Goomba or Gabbiano's just for bang for my buck.
So the first time I went to Gabbiano's, it was fucking amazing, and then every time thereafter, it's been really disappointing. I don't know if they changed something or what, but it was weird.
That's very curious.
The sauce wasn't as good. The noodles were overcooked to the point of almost overcooked, and I was like, ugh. And then the meat was all overcooked and shit. I don't know if they had just gotten a new cook or something, but yeah, I was I was taken off guard because
I've only been the once.
It had all been so good in the past, and then it just I don't know where it fell apart. And apparently they keep running out of the stuff that is most popular, which it's fine, but when it happens 3 times, you're well, that's too many. That shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I feel like there's a big issue right now with the competition between the 2 primary restaurant food vendors. There's some shit going on where like most of the shit that I depend on having regularly, I can't get.
Ah.
And like a lot of the items that used to be for smaller restaurants where they would do like split cases. Like I need one big number 10 can of this. They're like, no, you got to get a whole case now. Like I've been ordering from you guys for 15 years. I used to get cans individually. We don't have the inventory or storage for an entire case of this. Just give me a can.
Jesus. I mean, I'm sure they're struggling from their own like supply issues and everything with supply chains collapsing. But
Absolutely.
But
I try to empathize, but like I literally be like, this is the job I need you to do. And I need it to be done this way, or I have to look at my other options. I have to.
What's the next gym level?
After this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. This one was 25, which rounds up to 27, and then the one after this is, we'll find out. I've got a Pokemon database open right here.
Should round up to 28?
Probably.
Yeah.
If we're doing, yeah. Sword, shield, gems. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Why didn't that give a positive search result?
We also just haven't been going out to eat a lot, so like I don't really have much frame of reference these days.
I never got to eat except for like once in a blue moon with Whitney when we have something we've been talking about.
Yeah. I'm just really excited to try more food, and now that I'm like coming off keto, I'm feeling pretty good about, having small amounts. That was what I did today. Is like I went to the Toki thing to try and test if I could have a reasonable amount, and Angelo and I got 3 appetizer-sized things, split all of them, and that was it. And I walked away, felt pretty full for the rest of the day, which is nice. And then I had a monster thing of curry, but it was like 90% vegetable, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
I can eat as much veggies as I want.
Yeah, nothing wrong with getting stuffed onto vegetables.
Absolutely. Problem is I'm having a hard time keeping my protein up, because it's like the amount of fucking calories I need to spend on protein to like stay high enough to not lose muscle is wild.
Did we say we were rounding up by 10%?
10%.
Okay. And that'd be 2.4. So this one actually is 27 because it's a 24.
Oh, I thought we were
And
always
the next-
rounding up one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're wanting to round down, that's fine.
0.4 doesn't 0.4 usually get rounded down anyway?
Oh no, yeah, but I was saying I thought we always rounded up. Just so that, because otherwise you would have sustained rounding down for a while, and that would suck.
I don't have any horse in that race. I don't remember it. The next one is 27. So that would be about 30.
3 levels? That's what we get? 3 levels. Christ.
The one after that's 36.
Okay, there. Okay, then 9. I guess they really don't plan on people, 1, nuzlocking, and 2, friggin'
Implementing level caps?
Yes. Which to me seems so fucking obvious. Like if they wanted Pokemon to be a good game, that would just be one small little change that they could dramatically shift the whole fucking vibe. You can't get past this level until you beat this boss.
That's why so many Pokemon lifers are pretty into Radical Red, because some of the stuff they changed is quite good.
Yeah. I would love Radical Red if it wasn't so hard. Because it does, it just becomes more like I'm doing a bunch of math and puzzles rather than having a fun time playing a challenging
They did
game.
create an easier mode. They have like 4
they?
different settings for difficulty now.
That'd be nice. I like that.
Because the quality of life stuff is just great. Like instant flying from city to city, almost like by the second gym, and auto repel all the time unless you turn it off. It's great. It's good. Well, I'm ready for this gym whenever you are. I know you're grinding up some candy treats.
This stuff will just happen to put in some serious fucking work.
They're weirdly bulky for tiny bears.
Yeah, well, as soon as I'm done with this, we'll be good.
That's cool. I put a couple candies on my Magnezone so that my whole team is doing fine.
Oh my god! Stop!
Hopefully the rest of your team can deal the last 2 points of damage.
Lord.
Tora, do you wanna qualify that, because I feel like that's a weird concept. Do you mean that the Dark Souls level of difficulty is lame? Because the style of difficulty is probably the ideal way difficulty should be handled. I'll admit that it is sometimes a little much, but the method is really effective. Because, like, in my mind, the only other way to do difficulty is with just increasing the numbers, which is terrible. That's, like, the worst fucking way to do difficulty in anything. Hey, Cass.
Oh, hey, Cass. How's it going?
I miss you. Stop being not in Portland.
Hijacking Tora's KB. What do you think KB stands for?
Keyboard.
Oh, that makes... Why have I never heard that abbreviation for keyboard? It seems so obvious.
I mean, I've heard it a lot.
I think I might... I don't know. Take the magnet off of Junk Nut and give it to my new one.
Trying to think if there's anything I should throw on my Gengar. No, not that.
A berry.
I could. Scope lens, choice scarf. Salt vest wouldn't be very useful. Yeah, not really. Nothing wild. I guess it's a berry then. Dark Souls is not in any way RNG. It is specifically and antithetical to the idea of RNG. Sorry, homie, you are talking to a person who plays, like, a lot of Dark Souls. It is not an RNG game. In fact, it is literally, you can provoke the game to do certain moves based on your positioning in the area. It's not RNG. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, what that would even look like in a Souls game. Unless it is, like, which moves they use in which order. But again, they telegraph everything, so you can usually predict what they're doing as they're doing it. Oh, shit. I just realized I should save the game. I'm also...
Instance?
Huh?
Just talking to myself about trying to get a new item on my Junk Nut.
I'm also just not sure what you mean by Dark Souls style. That's a confusing definition there. If you're talking about, like, the idea of, like, roguelike style things where things reset after deaths, or if you're talking about the loss of resources, or if you're talking about the overall challenge level and the complexity of the combat, or if you're talking about, like, because there's a lot going on in why Dark Souls is a difficult game.
I walked into the gym and I have a black screen right
I
now.
noticed. I was curious what was going on there. You might need to restart.
Yeah, let me give it a second, see what happens here, and then I'll just give it the old restart of running. Sometimes refreshing the frame works.
Tora, I've played a lot of Elden Ring myself, and I don't think I've ever entered a situation where you couldn't overcome a situation by skill, unless you ran up to an area where there was, like, a dragon, and then ran past the dragon into a place that you shouldn't be going, and then realized you were way too low level for the dragon, and then refused to use your items to get yourself out, like refused to use your instant teleport or whatever. Then I could see what you mean, but, like, unless you're, like, being weirdly irresponsible, you shouldn't ever enter that problem in Elden Ring, at least. Is there like a particular boss or something, or?
Oh my god, Yuzu. Man, mine always seems to run great. Not this time.
I also, as just a side note, I would also say that Elden Ring and Dark Souls are very different games. You can't use a teleport when you're aggroed by an enemy, but I believe you can sacrifice your souls to go back to your bonfire. No. Yeah, is it like a particular boss that this happens with? Because that sounds more like a bug than a design error. Ew. Crunchy.
Sorry, everyone. It's taking a really long time to reload the shaders.
It do.
I mean, it usually takes mine like 4 or 5 seconds. It's like 20 minutes time. Oh, show me something that proves you're working, please.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's impossible for that to happen, but I wouldn't call that like a part of Dark Souls difficulty design. Like they're not designing it to do that. Usually, the only reason that kind of thing happens is because of just some weird fluke, a bug, something like that. As far as difficulty design goes, it's like second to none. I can't think of a single game that handles difficulty better. It gets you stuck in the corner, huh? Yeah, that sounds like a don't let it get it stuck in the corner thing, but like that's just mine thing. Yeah, I think we were talking about Radical Red's difficulty as a concept, and yeah, I don't know.
Oh, good. All the candy I put in my Samsung went away.
I just realized I probably should re-put some candy on mine because they're not quite where they could be. I'm not just talking about Elden Ring. No, I totally get it, Tora, and I agree that sometimes the conveyance in the game isn't quite as good as it could be, and so it's sometimes hard to tell quite how strong something is or whether you should be in a place or whatever, and so you'll get trapped somewhere and you're like, okay, well, this is just frustrating. And those definitely happen, but again, I think it's hard to call that a design issue. Rather, it is a design issue, it's not a difficulty design issue. And that is a important distinction, because man, I've played a lot of difficult games, and I would argue that my favorite genre of games is difficult. So for me, I've gone through so many versions and styles of how people handle the concept of difficulty, and in my experience, most of them just do the same thing every time, which is numbers go up, enemies go faster, I guess, and that kind of general lame ass limitation. Yeah, some roguelikes really do make RNG feel more like a thing, but often when that's the case, like things like Darkest Dungeon, where it's like, God, this is just RNG fucking me and there's literally no way I can get around it, is they're trying to get you to move yourself out into the macro and start thinking about not this run, but 10 runs, and increasing your odds of success so that you create more successes over time, and trusting that the RNG will be consistent, if not pleasant. And I think that's stupid. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely revile Darkest Dungeon, because I don't want to earn a sense of accomplishment through frustrating tedium and repetition. I want to feel like I'm accomplishing something through my cleverness and actions. And that is and I think that's the hardest thing too, is because Dark Souls does that well, but the problem is it is very hard. It's so hard, in fact, that feeling accomplished is sometimes prohibitive, and you just kind of say, you know what, fuck it, it's not worth trying this hard. I don't want to play this anymore. I think the Dark Souls style with a little less difficulty is pretty much ideal. It's one of the reasons why I didn't like Sekiro, because it felt way too tight to the point where I just couldn't enjoy it.
All right, I'm good to go now. Hopefully nothing stops working again. And I'm back on par for levels.
Look, I'm sure there's some use of spit up, swallow, and stockpile and all that shit, but it seems like such a stupid, boring fucking thing. And the idea of taking up 3 Pokemon slots just to do it is like, I don't get it.
Yeah, the only one worth keeping on its own is stockpile.
Yeah.
The other ones are pretty much, who cares?
Brine versus Water Pulse.
I would get rid of Absorb over. I know it's your only grass move, but it's so weak. It's not stab.
That's fair. Oh, I was just looking. I was trying to debate whether or not it
Sure.
was a direct equivalent, which
Gotcha.
it's not, because half health, double damage is way different than potential
Straight
confusion.
65 all the time.
Yeah. Is it confusion too? Or no, I'm thinking of
Yep. No, Water Pulse has a 10% confusion proc.
sick.
It's a very good mid-game water move.
I think I want my last little bit of candy juice on my mitten stink.
Are you going to give some to Carl Grief, or should I not use my Electro?
Oh, you got your new lad.
Yeah, I caught Magnezone.
I'm so sorry. You know what? I'll roll back and I'll give some to my grief boy.
That's cool.
Let me restart.
Because we can just not use those two for this gym. It doesn't matter to me.
See, Zombie, I totally got the learn how to fight thing with Sekiro. I was like, okay, I know how it's working. It just seems boring to me. Like, it's just like, it's so reflex based rather than like feeling good. Yeah, I don't know. I also just really didn't like the way Sekiro handled leveling, and it felt too much like Dark Souls without being enough like Dark Souls. I'm like, if you're gonna do Dark Souls, just fucking go the full 9 and make it that. Don't halfway do it and then fucking bail on it. It felt like such a unfinished and incomplete game. I really love the world. I really love the tone, the art design. Everything about it is beautiful and perfect. But for some reason, the mechanics just there's something about the fighting and the way you build your character that just didn't feel good to me. But that's a personal preference. It's not a commentary on the game. I don't think there's anything wrong with the game overall, other than just, its difficulty level being prohibitive. I think, and to clarify, when I say prohibitive, I mean that the game feels like it's basically saying you have to play it this way, and you can only do it, the way we want you to. And it kind of didn't feel like Dark Souls, which I loved, because with Dark Souls, it's like, whatever you like. If you like it, you'll get good enough with it that you can just do it. And nothing's going to stop you from being good at the game. Whereas, yeah, with Sekiro, it was like, if you don't learn exactly how to play the game the way we want you to play this game, you're not going to be able to.
I play Pokemon.
Freaking old move, Rage and Power. Sure. I don't want Harden.
You'll miss it when you're older.
Who do I prioritize? Stank Mittens is kind of my go-to baby, and he's like my defense beast, so I think he's definitely the top choice.
He does tend to hit the field a lot.
You know what? That's his first special ghost move. Oof, I think that beats out Shadow Claw for value.
I mean, his attack is 36 and his special is 47, so it just seems better.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying his special attack is higher than his physical.
But it's also 5 less, so it kind of balances out. It's practically not different. I'm going to get rid of Magical Leaf because I've got water types. I don't think he's like breaking any fucking molds with that.
No.
Yeah, no, if you like the style of Sekiro and it's like, and it jives with you and it fits right in with your fucking interests, it's like, fucking, of course, it's a fantastic game. It's fun as hell.
Pickles, don't cry. I'll feed you later. You had a lot of food today. She's still mad at me because I didn't let her pull chicken bones out of the trash can.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready to remember how to not do this water puzzle right.
Yeah. So it's funny. Japanese style restaurants, like if it's a nice restaurant, they don't let you change anything. There's absolutely no modifications, and generally there's no reason to allow modifications. But I would say a lot of cheaper places, while they don't do mods, they'll just let you order what you want when you order it. So like your vending machine ramen places where you like get a ticket, you can literally order that ramen however the hell you want, like customize the broth, customize the noodles, whatever. And that's really what those are for, is like go to those places if you want something specific to you and if you're picky. And I personally am just the kind of person who's like, if you are picky enough to ask for modifications and it's not like a serious dietary restriction, then, you know, maybe don't go to another country and eat the food. Just find one place there that you like and eat that. Don't inconvenience the people and their methods and their culture to satisfy your pickiness.
Yeah, my desire for zero modifications on any menu that ever existed is extremely biased and extremely selfish.
Like, I mean, I get the idea that you want the person to enjoy their meal in whatever way they need to. But it's like, you're not a fucking chef and you didn't spend all the time to make this work the way it does. Like, you didn't put any thought into, like, the structure of this dish. So you fucking with it is exactly not okay.
Well, it's like, you're trying to share, like, an experience.
Yeah.
And it feels really bad when you're proud of something and someone specifically requests that you ruin it.
Yeah. I am sorry that I so often order fire flour curry on the fries, because
this menu isn't like that. Like, there's a couple things where I'd be like, there's things that I genuinely believe would ruin it.
Oh, sure.
Like, if someone orders a banh mi with, like, no sauce on it, I'm just like, come on. It's a beautiful array of, like, a tangy sesame barbecue with a really hot and creamy sambal kewpie. Like, just give it a shot, you fucking baby. You're guzzling my fry sauce because I know how to make fucking sauce.
You fucking baby. Oh, shit. I did not know this thing had ancient power.
That's a little surprising. I knew I got it eventually, but I guess it's weird seeing the baby form at level 30-something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Tora, I've been to Japan 3 times, and I'm about to go for my 4th, so I definitely know their vibe. But yeah, they're really, it's like, izakaya are great, because it's like, you can just order exactly what you want off the menu, and they've got a menu of like 80 fucking things, and so you can pretty much get anything you're interested in. But then, yeah, most like sit-down restaurants that aren't also bars or aren't like, you know, cheap street food kind of stuff, they're pretty strict. They're like, no, we're not going to do that.
Even like today, like my employee like messaged me. He's like, I'm a little worried because our new ice cream sandwiches have peanut butter in them, and the peanut's a really serious allergy. I'm like, we label them as peanut butter ice cream sandwiches. They're like, I don't know, I'm just worried. I'm like, people have allergies to fucking bread too. I'm not going to get rid of sandwiches on the menu.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a weird thing to worry about. If it was just labeled ice cream sandwich, then yeah, I'm an asshole waiting to kill someone.
Well,
but it's not.
It's also very different than if you were, like you say, using peanut oil in the fryer. Because like that, look, okay, now nobody can eat
shit.
Yeah, now nobody can eat fucking curry, anything fried. Like, and that, yeah, that's just stressful.
It's like, worry about something more important. I've already taken allergy into consideration. This is a non-issue.
Yeah. Never had curry before. Recommendations. Well, so let's talk about the history of curry. Curry is Indian for stew, so the idea of, you know, curry as a thing is pretty broad. It really depends on what kind of flavor palette you're looking for. If you like fresher, brighter flavors, you're probably going to like your Thai curries more, as they tend to have relatively fresh vegetables that are with a hot sauce, and then it tends to sometimes be not undercooked, but there tends to be a very al dente flavor or texture to the vegetables and things like that. Whereas like your Indian curries tend to be like heavily cooked in very rich, strong, savory spices. You tend to get a lot more sugar in Thai, but nowadays you get a lot of sugar in Indian curries too. So what the fuck am I talking about?
They have a lot of more oiliness to them, which isn't a bad thing.
Yes,
it's wonderful.
Yeah, if you're
mostly
looking,
just their meat cut choices that tend to desaturate into liquid fat.
If you don't want it to sit heavy on your gut, then you're probably going to prefer a Thai curry. If you prefer something that has like a richness that's going to like kind of stick with you, then Indian curry is the way to go.
if you've got what some people would define as kind of an Americanized palate, which again I don't think is a bad thing, but is a pretty helpful tool in identifying what you like and don't like, I highly recommend a gold curry, a Japanese style, because it's very much a savory stew with no surprising spice levels. It's a lot of potatoes and carrots and onions, very safe, delicious foods.
It's
And it
basically
gives you the curry and rice experience.
yeah, it's basically a beef stew if you added in cumin, turmeric, and a few other like spices. That's like basically it. It's not going to blow any minds, but when done well, can be fucking fantastic. Especially, so in Japan, a common, not so secret ingredient is they'll put like a half an apple in the stew before, like as they're stewing it, and that'll add a lot of like extra flavor to it, and depth, and it's really really pleasant. But yeah. Yeah, and I mean, golden curry is big not only in Japan but also huge in like England and pretty much every part of the Commonwealth.
Oh yeah, I mean, musaman curry is literally the adopted dish of Britain. Like,
Yeah. Togedemaru is steel electric.
yeah.
Okay, so I need to not be in on a flyer. I need to not be in on a water. I feel like Gaslighter is a good choice. Unless it somehow inexplicably knows fucking water moves.
I don't know if this game has him learn Zippy Zap early on.
You know, I'm trying to think of a state. Like, name a state that you think would have the worst Mexican food. Like and I feel like my Idaho might be highest on my list for probably the worst.
I think both Idaho and Montana are pretty tragic in their representation of Mexican food, having
fair.
been very experienced in the Mexican food of Montana.
Okay. You know, I don't know why I figured that Montana might have had a pretty decent Mexican population, but
Really not much at all.
All right.
Huge native population, tons of great native food.
Admittedly, it is where the Texans went to get away from the Mexicans, so. Like,
It's also really cold.
yeah, that tracks. So you don't want to be like sweating.
I just mean if you're like looking for places to live, like not to generalize, but that does. I know a lot of Hispanic people who fucking hate the cold, and the idea of living there sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. The idea of like just chowing down on some spicy Mexican food in a bitter fucking cold winter. Just like,
I mean, I'm kind of into that, truth be told.
I mean, it's what I mean is biochemically and in terms of physics, it's a bad idea. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh well, yeah.
But who gives a shit about that?
I'm way past the safety regulations of how I should eat my food.
What's silicobra? Is that ground?
What? Oh, silly cobra, yeah.
Okay, ground. So I think I don't have any grass types. Creamy Dave would be a good choice there, I think. It's probably going to have bite, though. But Dave can eat a bite. God, I'm trying to think of like other states that it's like think of the worst possible food there. I feel like Hawaiian food in fucking Minnesota would be terrible.
I imagine a lot of the, Great Lakes area probably butchers some pretty respectable cultures.
I probably shouldn't sit here and just rip on the Midwest.
I mean, I don't have any proof of it, but something tells me if I went to Minnesota and got Thai food, it might not be blowing my mind.
That's fair. Yeah. Fucking Angelo being like, the Filipinos and Thais are the Mexicans of Asia. It's like, and he was like, no, think about it. Think about the flavor palette. I'm like, yeah,
it's a dead-on generalization for sure.
It's like, you're not all the way wrong. Midwest sucks. Rip on it.
The current state to make fun of in the memes is Ohio.
That's fair.
For no particular reason.
Mexican in Cali is really good. I will agree to that. I feel like Texas is better. Like I did travel to both of those back to back for work, and in both of them I was like, okay, I got to try the Mexican food. And in California it was really good, but it wasn't quite I don't know. There was something about the lack of depth to the flavor, and then going to freaking Texas, everything was just like smoky and rich and like super savory, and I just fucking like loved it. Loved it. Californian Mexican blows the fuck out of Portland though. we just don't do that good at it.
I have solved the water puzzle.
Fair enough. And beat all the peeps? Damn.
You have to in order to unlock all the buttons.
You're a spicy boy. You got the big moves. Idaho's currently dismantling its education system. We'd rather we didn't learn, thank you very much.
Yeah, every year I get so much more disappointed in the growing changes of the Montana voting populace.
We know the potato. We have no interest in other things.
Usually Missoula was enough to push Montana over the edge into the general okay region of politics, but they have been losing that battle for the past few years, and it is heartbreaking.
Portland sushi is okay. I've found that most of the time when you're getting... Oh, okay, let me rephrase. Good Portland sushi is really good and on par with Japanese mid-tier. But Portland bad sushi is terrible. Like, awful. They always cut their salmon wrong, and so it always ends up finding these, like, stringy, like, chunks of, like, not tendon, but, like, connective tissue. And so I'll bite through it, and instead of getting a buttery cake of fish meat, I get a weird mess. I will say that the one thing that Portland and pretty much everywhere in the United States fails in is their rice. Like, Japan cares a lot about how good the rice is on the sushi, and it's actually arguably more important than the fish, because they're like, we're an island nation, of course our fish is good. The rice needs to be good.
There was I don't know if it was like a period of time or something, but there for a while was just like 4 or 5 pretty relevant like Japanese sushi masters who all came to Portland around the same time, and opened up like Mirakute and stuff. I don't know if they're around anymore. Those restaurants have all changed quite a bit, but what a time to be alive that was.
Yeah, I mean, we draw a lot of Japanese tourism, and it's finally starting to see some reparation from the damage done by World War II. Because we used to have we used to basically have a Japantown. That was like, we had a huge Japanese population, and we also had a huge Korean population. And then World War II happened. We basically ousted all of the Japanese population, and then they never came back. Which is funny.
Hung on to Old Town Chinatown and then pushed all the Koreans past 82nd.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, and then it's funny. Like the road NATO Parkway is named after the Naito family, who were Japanese people who were basically kicked out and then came back and then bought a bunch of land, and we're like, this is we own Portland now. Like, fuck you, it's ours now.
Leave a mark.
The big fears this guy has is his fighting moves, like double kick, and his normal moves, which I avoid. I don't think he's got any dark moves. Maybe pursuit. Assurance. All right.
Pretty strong, Tauros.
Should have seen that coming. And that guy
had to be something. Or pursuit or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think he's got pursuit and assurance. I don't think.
He probably loses one when he picks up the other.
Mittens could eat. Mittens could eat.
Mittens could eat. He's not hungry, but he could eat. Did something like poison spikes, or did you put a toxic orb on him?
Oh, poison spikes.
Gotcha.
Fucking opened with it.
What ability does he have?
Mimicry.
Mimicry.
Traded mimicry for mummy. Right. That did hit pretty. I forgot I have all fucking the ghost moves.
But he's so good with Rock Blast.
He is. He's basically a Rock Blast genius.
He's a 2-hit wonder.
1. Oh my god, that is not enough. 3?
Wow.
Oh, 4.
He's coming around.
He just had to get all those low shots out of the way.
He's doubled his quota.
God, I feel like every time I look at the damage that poison does, I'm always like, was it always that much? Did they increase poison?
I think having a more higher resolution health bar makes it more intimidating.
Yes, agreed. No, don't work up. Don't do
Oh,
that.
boy. This cow's putting it in the workup.
I don't like any of that shit. Which means I can't switch off stank mittens.
How much physical defense does Cursula have? I'm not saying switch it in, but just for fact finding.
Let's peep it. No!
I'm sure you can take a hit and solve this error.
Poison.
How do you poison a ghost?
Not great is the answer to that question, by the way. Not great is the defense
Oh,
level.
no. I just wanted to look. That is post workup, but boy, does that fucking blow nards.
This thing might fucking wipe me. Rock
Do
blast.
you have any X items that might be fun to execute?
X speed, that is all.
Nice. Cool.
If he works up a few more times, that's game over for me. How is Rock Blast doing that little damage?
It's not stab, and Tauros is kind of bulky.
Ugh.
Oh, he set up 2 layers of spikes, so this is toxic damage you are taking.
Cool.
Definitely worth using one of those lumberries on,
Yeah, okay.
if you can eat the assurances. That is to say.
He's hitting pretty fucking hard with them.
Yeah, that's
I can't eat the assurances.
yeah. No, that's definitely a high roll right there.
Actually, if I cure it now, then I should be okay. Because that poison's what brought me over into the yellow.
Yeah. So he was doing under 50%.
Yeah.
It's still a roll, but fingers crossed you'll be at like 10.
Ooh. Thank you, Mittens.
Yeah, I think if you can manage to not, I know you might have to, but if you can manage to not switch out, keeping that toxic off you will keep you alive much longer. Terrifying.
Okay, yeah, that assurance is not so bad without the poison to back it up. I mean, it's still bad, but not
Right.
so bad.
Well, if he bulks up again, at least you'll have another round of rock blasting to hopefully get ahead of the
5.
game.
Give me 5. 2. There's 3, and now we just need 2 more of those. Yes. Okay, I got 4.
You know what?
take 4.
You can't be mad at 4.
You cannot be mad at 4. I mean, I can. I'm very capable of being mad at 4, but I'm not going to be.
No, you're mad at Tauros. That's what you're mad at.
I'm mad at Taurus. He's my enemy.
Don't take it out on Mittens.
I like Taurus's design. That seems like it went up. Did the damage go up?
That was a different move. That was Psych Up.
Weird that did so much.
Yeah, that was not Assurance.
I don't like the animator's choice on how Taurus's tail works. It's moving in this like very whooshy way, and I'm like, it's a bull. It should be like they should be like whipping up, you know, like a bull tail.
Let's see. Oh, he used Payback. But it's not a speed tie.
Weird.
That doesn't make any sense. But you beat him.
Fucking yeah. After putting Carl Grief in the toilet. I don't want to count that. I don't want to count that. That doesn't seem fair.
It's okay. There's other types. We'll be fine.
I shouldn't be penalized for a slip of the finger. Alright. Lick. Get rid of the licky. Gotta adjust my shorts.
Salute my shorts.
All that tension had him riding up. I need to download and watch Adventures of Pete and Hey Dude.
Yeah. Pete and Pete more for than Hey Dude for me. It was fine, but never really my show. It was Pete and Pete and Salute My Shorts.
Then those are the
Salute
two
Your
I'll
Shorts.
watch. I don't remember liking Hey Dude. I also don't remember liking Pete and Pete, but I was just a little too young for that kind of humor.
I was of an age where it kind of blew my mind in a weird way. Like I didn't realize how much I was enjoying it, but like I became obsessed with it in my mind. Like it was all I was thinking about for a while. Like, how do they tell stories like this? This doesn't make sense. This isn't how people make TV shows.
That didn't work.
Artie, the strongest man in the world. Classic.
That goes good, does right. Yes, please. Hello, children's puzzle. My old nemesis. Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. There you go.
I just gotta... Wait. No. What?
I won't tell you.
Oh, I see. I get it now. I didn't realize the stairs were over there. I was pretty sure I couldn't use stairs. Okay.
Here's to hoping the gym leader doesn't have any fire or ground types.
Don't say that.
I can handle ground types a little bit now, though, because I've got my very large bird.
That's fair.
And I hope he doesn't have any dark types for you.
Saving.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Pokemon that resist dark and are ghosts.
Yeah. At some point, we gotta get this guy a Mimikyu.
God, we really timed that perfectly, didn't we?
Yeah, that was pretty close. I get it. You swim. You've got buoys on your shoes. Very good.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, you don't wear them when you're swimming. It's just decorative.
I hate that a lot. I have decorative buoys on my shoes. Or lifesavers. Life preservers.
Oh, Garchomp. That's a fun opening move.
Oh, wow.
There's that ground type we were not looking forward to.
From behind, I thought you had this like big afro, and you looked like a disco champ, and I was like, yes, please.
Secret life revealed.
It's an Aromatisse.
I hope it goes for a ground type move.
Aromatisse. Those resist dark? Or, sorry,
What?
ghost?
No,
Fairy?
it's neutral.
Really? Oh, for some reason I thought fairy resisted ghost. Good to know. Shadow Ball. Blorch.
That's how much tackle did to a steel type?
What? Does it have huge power?
It's got to have huge power or sheer force. That does not add up. Corviknight is thick.
So this thing can out-heal me with Draining Kiss. It's dealing enough damage to heal itself out of my stuff. Or, no, okay, never mind. I missaw
It
that.
used one sand attack on me.
Fuck. Full restore?
I don't have a status or anything.
Oh, I thought full restore.
I'm pretty good at heal. I've got pretty good healing items right now. I'm not worried about that. I'm just mad that one sand attack made my attack miss, and it's dealing way too much damage for what makes sense.
In a related note, I'm mad that Draining Kiss does as much damage as it does and heals her for as much as it does. Because if I heal, she fully recovers. Like an asshole.
I think it has 10 PP. Thank you for hitting. That doesn't do jack shit.
Don't force me to heal stall, please. Get in there, Mittens.
I don't have a better answer for this.
I mean, if we lost to a Garchomp, I'm not going to hate it. I totally understand.
I should have the up... Oh. That was a crit. That was a crit.
Why did that deal so little damage?
I mean, that makes sense. It's 1.5 for crits.
Ugh. No, you. Like, that Iron Head, I felt like that should have done a lot more.
No idea. He's way too strong.
He has a special cool new ability that just gives him plus two steps to every single stat. It's perfect.
Yeah. I know for a fact he's got something that's making his attack go up, because I have an iron defense and tackle just shouldn't do that much to a Corviknight. It's not a speed tie either, which kind of blows. But I can make it through. Oh, my chat's hidden. Oh no, I went to look up something about a Pokemon.
Did I just fucking get infatuated? Oh my.
If I was talking with Zombie. I think it's best if I try to play around the Dynamax for now, because I might need it when he Dynamaxes.
Yeah, and you'd hate to kill a Garchomp just to have it immediately followed up by a legendary.
Yeah. Please hit. Thank you, Ironhead. Thank you. Garchomp is down.
Sick. Stop with the fucking draining kiss, you ass. Dude, okay. I call bullshit on damage, heal, and chance to fucking infatuate. That is
Give him a max AI.
way too much. That's not an AI thing. That's a move thing.
Well, I just mean they get Pokemon usually get fairly nasty level up movesets, but the teams don't usually use them because they're just like, we'll just click a random move. They never actually go for the synergy.
Fair.
Also, by the way, fighting a fire type.
I hate this fucking Pokemon.
Special defense of 58, 59, 75. No, but you're times 4 on fire. 46, and you're dead. So it's gotta be Metagross. I do have Zen Headbutt.
Does full heal not heal infatuation?
I think it does.
Weird.
I thought it did. I know it heals confusion.
Hex.
You know what? I'm scared that it clicked Nasty Plot, but I'm almost glad, because I think that's going to let me take it out.
Yeah.
I hope. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Thank God. That thing would have wiped me at +2. Taking a big old fistful of Brawny and just wipe me.
It's spamming attract.
Well, it's at a Draining Kiss for sure.
Yeah. I guess it had only one attack, so I can't blame it for using it. God, I keep forgetting to set it to set instead of switch. Armaldo. Armaldo is water fossil? Water
Bug
rock?
Rock.
Bug rock.
Oh, it's shiny. Is it shiny? It looks shiny.
It's a bug
Yep,
rock.
there it is.
And rock isn't resistant to rock, is it?
It says super effective, so no, the bug is
Beautiful.
the bug is the dominant defense. Smackdown.
God, fuck you. That should do more, please.
Oh, it's got crunch. I don't love that, but I have stamina, so I'm fine.
Rock
And
blast.
the Lactines. I think I'm gonna go for another Swords Dance.
2 times.
I'm feeling spicy on this Bagon.
You gonna set up, huh?
I'm at +3 defense, +4 attack with a priority Steel type move. If it's gonna throw Garchomps and Fire types at me, I'm gonna poke it in its beehole.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna just do a Shadow Claw because it's stab, and I imagine it's not gonna be too much different from a Rock Blast. Mm.
It's a thick armored dildo.
Every fight feels tedious.
Every fight feels tedious.
Smoochum, you're ice psychic,
Yeah.
so I can send in something that can outspeed and just fucking ghost it into the toilet.
Yeah. Smoochum's pretty fucking fragile.
And imagine not very strong either. I think I might go ahead and use this as an opportunity to heal Cofagrigus.
Oh, it is the aforementioned Mimikyu.
Hey, Mimikyu.
What does Mimic do? Oh, it copied my Zen headbutt. That's fine. I think this will destroy you. It's a randomizer, so you don't have disguise.
It hit the sing. Fuck you, dude.
What a jerk.
First try. It's a 30% chance to hit, right?
70.
70? Oh, okay. No, 30% chance to miss. Okay. I was so close. Just inverted.
Yes.
Oh, it hits again. Cool. Let me go ahead and full heal. I do like that it somehow read that I was going to heal my sleep and then immediately slapped me again.
Oh, absolutely. It's a good game. It's a fun game for babies.
Hey, excuse me? Excuse me?
I mean, did it use a psychic type?
Yeah.
You're poison.
I thought it was... Oh, shit! Well, I forgot it was poison.
You know.
I forgot I was...
Thankfully, it's a Smoochum, and it didn't do that much. At least as much as planning around it.
Christ. I feel like I should... I probably can't one-shot this thing. You think so? Is it worth a shot? Hex?
I mean, I can calc it.
Oh, they're max IVs.
Yeah.
So...
I'll take that into account.
Okay.
Was it outspeeding you though? Because it put you to sleep.
I was healing myself.
Ah.
That's why I was outspeeding. Or not outspeeding, but, you know, you get it.
So what level's your Gengar?
24.
24, and the Smoochum's 23.
And I have a special attack boosting nature.
The Smoochum. 23. Special attack boosting nature. And let's look at Hex. Because it is the special attack. Hex does 123 to 150%.
Hex. Outspeed. Suck a nut. Beautiful kisses.
Wait. No, it's fine.
So so you said but it did less than half, so it's worth the risk. So it only did less than half if that's a low roll. If it was a high roll, then it could have just as easily killed me with that same shot.
Yeah.
About to send out a Meowth. Well, I think I can handle that.
So her ace for me is a Spiritomb.
Ooh.
The only move I have that can hit it is Bullet Punch. But she's going to Gigantamax, so I'm going to Gigantamax. Does it have anything? Oh, it might click Max Darkness. That might be bad for me.
Oh, shit. Is this a dark type Meowth? Or fighting?
I believe it is Steel type.
Steel?
I know Berserker that it evolves into is Steel type.
Okay.
I'm a little gray on the pre-evolution.
Water Pulse. I'll find out. Confusion.
Ooh,
Hey.
got the confusion. It also might just be normal and look cool. It has Protean? God, what a dick. Hopefully this is a physical ghost move and not a...
Wow.
Okay.
That's a big boy.
What move was that? It's got to be special because my defense is... This controller, calm down. try to put it down to type something. Hold on, how much did that bullet punch do? I was looking away for a moment. Show me its health bar. Oh my god. But wait, how did its... Oh, wait. It was Shadow Sneak. That's what it used. That was Shadow Sneak.
Jesus.
It had to be because I clicked bullet punch. That's +1 priority.
Oh, fuck. That is brutal.
But that's physical, and I'm at like +6 defense now. That doesn't make any sense.
Got 2 workups on this Pancham.
Spiritomb, show me what you have in Gen 8.
Does he not have any attacks that can hit me? I think he doesn't have any attacks that can hit me.
Yeah, he doesn't become dark type till he evolves, so...
Yeah, I think it only had normal and fighting. It was great. Kingler. Kingalar. I might actually go ahead and stay in on Deborah for that one.
I don't know what to do here. How does it outspeed me, though? Is Shadow Sneak a higher priority than Bullet Punch?
I couldn't tell you.
Shadow Sneak has a priority of +1. Bullet Punch can't be lower than +1. And Spiritomb has a base speed of fucking 25.
Dynamax, max overgrowth.
I can't understand why that outsped me. Obviously, because we're in Dynamax form, it's not taking into account the priority because it's just becoming Max Phantasm.
Right.
But Spiritomb is so slow. And we're the same level.
Does it have an item, maybe? Or...
It didn't proc a Quick Claw.
Weird.
I don't know what to do because it's in Dynamax form. If I swap out, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But it only has a tiny bit of health left. Let me check my summary.
Well, this is going to be tedious.
The thing is, I'm at like +5 defense. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Why did it restore HP? Does Overgrowth restore their HP too?
It makes grassy terrain. It just does like a full field tiny heal.
Okay. Weird.
But it also boosts grass type moves, so the next one's stronger.
Hmm. Good.
But then again, it's being based off of fucking absorb, so...
Well, it doesn't seem like it has anything that can hit me, so not in any effective way.
I'm gonna heal and see what happens.
Do it up.
Hello? Game?
Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
But my game's not moving. They're just sitting there.
Oh, man, it didn't freeze, did it?
It's not frozen. There's animation playing. But it's certainly not moving forward.
Could just be a really weird kind of freeze.
Yeah.
Is your controller activated and on and all that?
It's got power.
Okay. Critical! Since there's probably no way out of it, you could try just stopping the emulation and then starting it.
I did just pause and restart it.
Okay, gotcha.
Come on!
No.
That's not fair.
That's pretty fucking dumb. You did so well.
Please?
It's so close to dying, too.
Can I, like, try another control set and see if that does anything?
Maybe.
Face buttons. A is C. Nope, keyboard's not doing anything either.
Jesus. That fucking honks. I mean, I'd call that a victory. It was poisoned. It was gonna die anyway. All you had to do was.
I mean, I'm just healing this turn, so it'll be poisoned. I wasn't. It couldn't kill me this turn. It didn't deal enough to heal me with the heal, but
Yeah.
I just need to figure out what the fuck's going on. Keyboard only?
It was, but there's no input prompt, which tells me that it's not an input issue. It's a game issue. I think it's frozen on some call that it's not making.
Yeah, I just had to make sure.
It's probably calling some random fucking table that it got stuck up on and fallen apart.
Well, do I just restart?
So here's what I would say. You beat it. This is the last fucking Pokemon. I'd say if you want to just go through it again off screen to save us the weight of going through an entire fight you've already beaten once, then we can just start up next one with a fresh gym badge.
True. But yeah, there's no way I could lose to it with it poisoned. I actually don't know how it got poisoned, but whatever. It must have been holding a toxic orb.
Maybe.
But that doesn't explain why it did any better, because you had Protean, not Guts. But whatever.
Yeah, it also doesn't explain how it outsped you or anything else. There's a lot of funky jazz going on here.
Yeah. Toxic boost. If it has toxic boost and it's holding a toxic orb, that might explain why it outspeeds me.
Oh, you know what? And we did specifically set it so that they would have items that are appropriate and effective for their shit. So it might have just
toxic boost makes it faster. Nope, doesn't make you faster. Damn it. Makes you physically stronger.
Well, never mind then.
Who knows?
This was the cannon battle. Agreed, zombie. This was the cannon battle. This was fine. It's a win.
I could literally click Energy Root twice and there's nothing it could do. It would die in the next turn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not feeling bad about potentially fucking up and losing. This is a one-way street.
It's just a dissatisfying way to win.
Yeah, and plus, like, live on stream, and then everything went fine up to this point, and then right on the final click.
Oh, fucking damn, man. Well, tune in.
8 o'clock.
Tune in next week for more exciting developments as fucking Yuzu fails to run a 4-year-old game, 5-year-old game.
I mean, this completely legitimate Switch setup is just real buggy. I don't know what the deal is.
Excuse me, yes. I forgot you are using a completely legit setup just like I am.
Yep.
Thank you all
my
for
Switch
coming.
dock right here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being friends. Thank you for your delightful social internet kisses.
You can't say thank you for being a friend without singing it.
Traveling down this road and back again.
Thank you for being a friend.
Well, that's the end of my day. It's the end of my effort. I'll talk to you next week. Have a zesty time.